Hello and welcome to Schrödinger's cat. Myself Devrata here. So in our previous lecture we had learned the application of derivatives, and in today's class we will discuss the integrals from class 12, and today we will discuss the indefinite integrals, definite integrals and the summation of series by integration. The total number of questions are coming from this topic in JEE Main, that 3 or 4 questions, very important topic this one, and for JEE Advanced 2 questions are coming from these chapters. So let's get started. So basically we now discuss that the chapter summary in a nutshell and do the previous year questions coming in the JEE Main and Advanced previous year question, and I think that so that you can be able to increase your problem solving skill and know how to approach the problems. And I think after doing this problem you will be able to do all over the questions coming from this chapter integrals. So now let us we define the formula of the integration, that the first of one is the integration, and one thing is that the integration is defined that this one symbol, and this is basically the I, and I means basically the 1 by d. D means the differentiation, that d equal to ddx. So I be the integration, that be the 1 by inverse of d. So here that and one thing is that the differentiation of sin x, suppose differentiation of sin x equal to what? Cos x. And the beauty is that the differentiation of cos x, integration of the cos x, basically integration of cos x dx, that would be what? The sin x. Basically because here d means the ddx of the sin x, that will be the cos x. So d of sin x, that is equal to what? Cos x dx. Okay. So taking integral both sides, so integration d of sin x, that is equal to integration of cos x dx. So that imply integration of cos x dx, that would be sin x, because the integration of dx be the x plus c be the arbitrary constant. This is the concept. So first of all is the first formula, the integration of x to the power n dx be the variable, and the differential dx is called the differential, and integration and the derivative means ddx means the differentiation, and the integration of dx, this is called the integral. Okay. So here it would become x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, where n not equal to minus 1 and plus c, I just write c be the arbitrary constant. Next, that integration 1 by x dx, that log mod x plus c, and I don't write the c everyone, you just write plus c be the arbitrary constant of all the integration. Next, integration of e to the power x dx, that would be e to the power x, and exponential is a function whose differentiation and integration would be the same, that the integration or the derivative of the e to the power x, that be the e to the power x. But one thing is that the differentiation of e to the power mx, that would be the m e to the power mx, but the integration would be integration of e to the power mx would be e to the power mx with the divide by m. This is the multiply here and here divide. So next integration a to the power x dx, that would be e to the power x divide by log a base e. So now that integration of sin x dx would be the minus cos x. Integration of sin x dx, that would be the minus cos x. And the integration of cos x dx, that would be the sin x. Next, integration of sec square x dx would be the tan x. Integration of cosec square x dx, that would be the minus of cot x. Okay. Next, that integration of sec x tan x, integration of sec x tan x dx, that would be what? Sec x. And the integration of cosec x cot x dx, cosec x cot x dx, that would be what? Minus cosec x. Next, integration of tan x, very important. Tan x integration, that minus log mod cos x. Integration of cot x, that must be dx, the variable. Integration of cot x dx, that would be the log mod sin x. Next, integration of cosec x dx, that would be what? Log modulus of tan x by 2, that tan half x or x by 2, and it would be written in the form log mod cosec x minus cot x, cosec x minus cot x. After simplify cosec x and cot x, you would be get tan x by 2. Next, integration of sec x dx, that would be what? Log mod tan x by 2 plus pi by 4, and that would become the log sec x plus tan x. Okay. So next one, the inverse function, that integration of 1 by root over 1 minus x square dx, that would be the sin inverse x. Integration of 1 by 1 plus x square, very important, into dx, that would be the tan inverse x. And integration 1 by x root over x square minus 1, that would be what? The sec inverse x. This is the inverse function. And next, the special integrals. The special integrals. So first of all, that integration 1 by x square plus a square dx. I just repeat one thing, pronunciation would be 1 by x square plus a square dx, not dx by x square plus a square, because dx is the operator, dx be the variable with the differential. So you just pronounce 1 by x square plus a square into dx, because here this integration means I means what? ddx, with inverse, operator with differential form. So integration 1 by x square plus a square dx would be 1 by a, this is the formula, and formula should be proved with taking limit both sides. 1 by a tan inverse x by a. Integration 1 by root over a square minus x square dx. That would be what? Sin inverse x by a. Next, integration 1 by root over x square plus a square dx. That would be what? Log mod x plus as it is root over x square plus a square. Okay. Next, integration I just write that one thing for minus. So 1 by root over x square minus a square. Same formula. Here would be the minus. Okay. As it is the function. Next, 1 by x square minus a square. 1 by x square minus a square dx. That would be what? This formula very important. 1 by 2 log mod x minus a divided by x plus a. And the condition when x is greater than a. Next, 1 by a square minus x square dx. This would be what? 1 by 2a log mod a plus x divided by a minus x. Mod a plus x by a minus x. Next, the integration by parts. As the differentiation we have the chain rule of two functions. Here integration would be by parts. Integration by parts. That states that suppose f1 and f2 be the function. So f1x into f2x dx. That would be what? First function be the fixed f1x. Integration of the second function, that the integration f2x dx. Okay. Minus integration differentiation of the first function, that the ddx of f1x into integration of the second function, that the f2x dx, whole integration, that whole dx. This is the integration by parts. So first function into integral of second minus derivative of first into integral of second, whole integration into dx. Next, most special integral. 4 point, most special. Most special integrals. That integration exponential to the power x, that e to the power x sin bx dx. That would be what? So e to the power x divided by a square plus b square into a sin bx minus b cos bx. Very important formula. Next, for the cosine, e to the power x cos bx dx. That would be e to the power x divided by a square plus b square into b sin bx plus a cos bx. For cosine function, it should be the positive. Next, that integration root over a square plus a square minus x square dx. So it should be that the half of x, okay, root over the function that is given a square minus x square plus half a square and the sine inverse x by a. Next one, that the root over of a square plus x square, a square plus x square dx, that would become half x, the function as it is, a square plus x square, okay, plus half a square and log mod x plus the function as it is, the root over x square plus x square. Next, root over x square minus a square dx. This would be the same case, half x, the function as it is, means the x square minus a square. This would be the minus, keep in mind, very important, this would be the minus half a square and the log, the function as it is, means the x plus the function as it is, means x square minus a square. Next, the integration 1 by x root over x square minus a square dx, that would be 1 by a sec inverse x by a. So next, reduction mode, very important for JEE Advanced Mathematics. The reduction method, do in your next page, very important for JEE Advanced Mathematics. Reduction method, as per the differentiation, that sine to the power nx dx, nth order derivative. So this is for the dn dxn, nth order derivative of sine to the power nx. Here in the reduction method would be the integration sine to the power nx dx for sine n equal to 1 sine x, sine square x, sine cube x dot 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 sine to the power nx. So the reduction rule would be the integration of sine to the power nx dx is equal to minus of 1 by n, just do the chain rule. So integration one method is that Liat rule, Liat, L-I-A-T, means for the by parts, L means logarithmic function would be first, I means, A means algebra, I means inverse trigonometric, T means trigonometric and E means exponential. This is the Liat rule for the by parts. Okay, the by parts of integration. So here 1, the algebra would be what? 1. So 1 into sine to the power nx dx. So algebra would be first, next the trigonometric. So 1 is the first function. So f1x be the 1 algebra and the function of 2x would be the sine to the power nx. And you just do the chain rule differentiation, chain rule integration by parts basically. We apply the differentiation chain rule and in integration the by parts. So it would be the minus 1 by n sine to the power n minus 1x cos x plus n minus 1 by n integration of sine to the power n minus 2x dx. So you just form here the first function 1 and the second function sine to the power nx and do the integration by parts. So you will get this expression. So next for the 1 by x square plus a, x square plus a to the power n dx. So it would become 1 by 2 into n minus 1 into a into x divided by x square plus a to the power n minus 1 plus 2n minus 3 divided by 2 into n minus 1 into a into integration of 1 by the function as it is, the x square plus a to the power n minus 1 into dx. This would be the reduction formula of this nth order integration. So next, the approach for solving integration. The approaches for solving integrals. Approach or approaching for solving integrals. That first of all, the integral of the form in this type a, the integral of this form, that 1 by x square plus bx plus c into dx. In such integrals, we convert the denominator in the form, so d means the denominator, so d convert to what? In the whole square form, that a should be common here, x plus alpha square plus minus beta square. So we just convert the denominator in the whole square form. Next format, the integrals in the form that px plus q divided by x square plus bx plus c into dx. This form. So for this form, here we choose suitable constants a and b such that the px plus q, the numerator, that would be a constant into differentiation ddx of the denominator x square plus bx plus c, okay, plus the another constant b, and a and b are the arbitrary constant. Next, C format, the integrals of the form 1 by a plus b cos square x, a plus b cos square x dx, one form, and 1 by a plus b sin square x dx for these two form. So here we put tan x equal to 2. This for this form, put tan x equal to 2 t, or tan x differentiation both side sec square x dx equal to dt. Okay. Next form, integration px plus q root over of x square plus bx plus c dx must. For this form, here we put that px plus q is equal to a into differentiation of the denominator plus the arbitrary constant b, and find the value of a and b by comparing the coefficient of the power. Okay. Next, finding the value of a and b by comparing. Okay. Now next, form number 5, that the px square plus qx plus r divided by root over of x square plus bx plus c dx. For this form, we choose the constant a, b and the c such that px square plus qx plus r Okay, that is equal to a constant into the denominator path without the square root, that x square plus bx plus c plus another constant b into differentiation of the first of the denominator without the root, that the x square plus bx plus c plus the another constant c. Okay. Now the same case, comparing coefficient like the power of x, we should have find the value the ABC. Okay, the comparing the power of x. Wait, the next form number 6. That the next form, integral of this form 1 by p root q dx, where pq linear or quadratic, p and q linear or quadratic. Linear means 1 degree. Okay, quadratic means 2 degree equation. So rules, when q linear, p linear or quadratic, so p linear means 1 degree and q 1 degree or 2 degree. So linear or quadratic. Put what? Q equal to t square. This is first case, case number 1. Case 2, when p linear, p 1 degree and the q is quadratic, that is 2 degree. So put p equal to 1 by t. And the case 3, both p and q are the quadratic. Next put x equal to 1 by t. Okay, this is the case 3. Next is very important, that the form integration 1 by a plus b cos x dx and 1 by a plus b sin x dx. For these two form, here we write the sin x, that is equal to sin x formula with the tan half x, that the tan 2 tan x by 2, this is the formula, plus 1 plus tan square x by 2. We just write this one. And for the cosine, that would be what? 1 minus tan square x by 2 by 1 plus tan square x by 2. Okay, we just write. Now substitute or putting that the tan x by 2 equal to t and this x, so tan x by 2 equal to t, so that is equal to t, that imply sec square, differentiation both sides, sec square x by 2 dx would be what? 2 dt. This is the putting, substitute. Next, that integral of this form, the integration a sin x plus b cos x divided by c constant sin x plus d cos x dx. This form, let a be constant such that a be or two constant. Okay, such that the numerator means n. Okay, numerator is equal to a constant into denominator plus b constant into differentiation of denominator. Differentiation means d dx. of denominator. This is the choose such that, okay. Next, the last form, that integration x square plus 1, this is very important, x to the power 4 plus kx square plus 1 dx, this form, or the x square minus 1 divided by x to the power 4 plus kx square plus 1 dx, of these two form. So for this case, divide the numerator and the denominator by x square, that the dividing the numerator and the denominator by x square and substitute x plus 1 by x, that is equal to t, or x minus 1 by x equal to t. Okay. Last, that the partial fraction for integration. This is very important also. Next page we should do. Next page. The last part. Partial fraction for integration. So partial fraction, this is the denominator, and here the corresponding partial fraction. Corresponding partial fraction. Okay. One thing that I just compare here, we have also draw line. So this is very useful, beneficial to you. Okay, this one. Just a minute. Partial fraction for integration. So here the denominator, and here the corresponding the partial fraction. So first of one, that x minus a, for denominator x minus a, it should be what? The partial fraction a by x minus a. Okay. Next, x minus b square, the partial fraction would be a divided by x minus b plus b divided by x minus b whole square. So partial fraction you just do in class 8 or 9. Here is the application in the integration. Next, x minus c whole cube, that would be the a divided by x minus c plus, this is the linear term, this is the square term, x minus c square, plus cubic term c by x minus c whole cube. Next, x square plus bx plus c, that the quadratic polynomial, that would be the ax plus b divided by x square plus bx plus c. Okay. Last of one, for the x square plus bx plus c whole square. Whole square means the non-linear. Non-linear biquadratic. This is called the non-linear biquadratic, and this is called the linear biquadratic because it is to the power 1. Okay. For the non-linear, I just write non-linear biquadratic, or the biquadratic means to the power 4. This would be the non-linear quadratic. For the non-linear quadratic, it should be the x plus b divided by x square plus bx plus c, quadratic polynomial, plus cx plus d, another. So here would be the x square plus bx plus c whole square, nonlinear, quadratic. So these are the partial fraction of the integration. Next one, that the definite integrals. So for definite integration, first of all, if integration fx dx, that the capital Fx, okay, if, then integration a to b fx dx would be what? Fx limit a b. This is defined as the fb minus fa. Put the lower limit, upper limit minus lower limit. Okay. Next, value of definite integral does not depend on integration constant. This is very important. And for integration, here for indefinite integral, we just give plus c constant, and here should not be the constant part. Okay. General property of definite integral. Next, the properties. Very important, these are. And I think the definite integrals are the more important compared to the indefinite. So property number 1, that integration a to b fx dx, that would be minus of integration b to a to b. So here would be the b to a with the negative sign, b to a fx dx. Okay. Next, for integration a to b fx dx, that would be what? Integration a to b ft dt. This is called the variable change, variable changing property. This is sign changing property. Okay, the variable changing x to t, variable change. Next, the a to b fx dx is equal to a to c, another c range, that the fx dx plus c to b fx dx. This is when for a less than c less than b. Next, the integration minus a to a. So one we just skip. So integration 0 to a fx dx, that would be integration 0 to a as it is f of a minus x dx. This is called the shifting property. Very important. Shifting properties. This is the change of sign. Okay. Next two are very important. Minus a to a fx dx, that would be what? Two cases are available. First case, for even function, this should be 2 into 0 to a fx dx. For f of minus x equal to fx, that is belongs to 2n even, and 0 for f of minus x should be the minus fx, that is the odd function, belongs to 2n plus 1. Next, 0 to 2a fx dx, this would be very important. 0 to a fx dx for the f of 2a minus x equal to fx, even function, and 0 for f of 2a minus x equal to minus f of x. This is the even belongs to 2n. This is the odd 2n minus 1 plus minus 1. Okay. So next, integration up to infinity. I think this is the last. No, okay. Integration up to infinity. Next thing, that is the 3. Integration up to infinity. That a to infinity function of f fx dx, that imply the limit b tends to infinity, integration a to b, integration a to b fx dx, and the another one for minus infinity to b fx dx, that implies that limit a tends to minus infinity, integration a to b fx dx. This is the infinity property. Last one, integrals as the limit of sum. Very important. This is the concept of the Taylor series, as like integral as the limit of sum. As a limit of sum, that states that integration a to b fx dx, this should be what? The limit h tends to 0, h be the steep length. I just write, this should be function of a plus function of a plus h plus function of a plus 2h plus dot dot plus function of a plus last element what? n minus 1 into h, where the b minus a is called the h. This is basically nh. This is for the step length. Okay. So we just now complete our theory section of the integrals. Now we go ahead problem discussion session. First one is very recent questions coming in JEE Main 2023. It says that let ix is equal to integration x plus 1 divided by x into 1 plus x e to the power x whole square into dx, x greater than 0. If limit x tends to infinity, ix equal to 0, then you have to find the value of I at 1 equal to what? Okay, please try to solve these questions. After you pause this video and read out the question carefully, and just after that you try yourself, and after you looking for our solution that I discussed, that the ix integration x plus 1 divided by x into 1 plus x e to the power x, okay, whole square dx. This is the integral. So I just write in this form that x plus 1 e to the power x divided by x e to the power x 1 plus x e to the power x whole square dx, multiply e to the power x both sides. We just discussed in the integration method of the sum form. This is another form, special form basically. Let 1 plus x e to the power x be the t, that imply x plus 1 e to the power x dx equal to dt. So I x converted into form that minus 1 by t plus minus of 1 by t square plus 1 by t minus 1, that is equal to dt. So here the integration would be what? Minus ln t, first of one, plus 1 by t, third one, ln t minus 1, do yourself, plus the constant, arbitrary constant. So imply ix would be what? The 1 by 1 plus x e to the power x plus ln x e to the power x divided by 1 plus x e to the power x, okay, plus the key constant. Now for x tend to infinity, the ix should be what? Tends to 0. So taking limit both sides, therefore the limit x tends to infinity, this is given, limit x tends to infinity ix is equal to 0. So limit x tends to infinity ix is equal to limit x tends to infinity, ix means 1 by 1 plus x e to the power x, okay, plus limit x tends to infinity ln x e to the power x divided by 1 plus x e to the power x plus constant is equal to 0. So this would become, that imply this would 0, given 0 plus k is equal to 0 or k equal to 0. We just find the arbitrary constant value. So now you have to find, then you have to find the integral at the point 1. So this should be 1 by 1 plus e, put this value, x equal to 1, so e by 1 plus e. So this would be what? 1 by 1 plus e, 1 by 1 plus e plus 1 minus ln 1 plus e. And after calculation you just find this value, 2 plus e divided by 1 plus e minus ln e plus 1. So which option will be correct? Which option would be the correct? Option A, that is e plus 2 divided by e plus 1 minus ln. Ln means log with base e, okay, A would be the correct. Next, question number 2, another recent type of questions, that JEE Main 2023. If integration root sec 2x minus 1 dx equal to alpha log e mod cos 2x plus beta plus root over cos 2x into 1 plus cos x by beta plus constant, then you have to find the value of beta minus alpha equal to what? So try yourself first. So here given I equal to integration sec 2x minus 1 dx, okay, would be what? Integration root over 1 minus 2 cos x cos 2x, 1 minus cos 2x by cos 2x, change sec to cos, okay. Now integration root 2 sin x divided by root over of 2 cos square x minus 1, that should be the dx. So sorry, equal to, no, this is the dx as it is. So now let put root 2 cos x equal to t. This is the basically special form of integration we have now discussed the theory class. So differentiation both side. So minus 2 cos x differentiation minus sin x into dx integral equal to dt. So the integration converted to I equal to integration minus 1 divided by root over of t square minus 1 dt. Fine. So it would become what? Here we write, it would become minus ln mod t plus formula root over the function as dt square minus 1 plus c arbitrary constant. So now put t equal to root 2 cos x. So that should be what? This should be the minus ln, put this value root 2 cos x plus root over 2 cos square x minus 1 plus constant. Just solve this. This should be the minus of ln root 2 cos x as it is plus this should be the cos 2x and this will be the whole square. So we convert this line to this line, that whole square form plus constant as it is. Okay, that is equal to the minus half. Rigorous calculation should be done here. 2 cos square x plus cos 2x plus 2 root 2 root cos 2x into root over 1 plus cos 2x by 2 plus c as it is. So now the final result would be, I just write here that after solving this, minus half log base e, that would be the cos 2x plus half, cos 2x plus half plus root over of cos 2x common here, 1 plus cos 2x plus c constant minus ln z, half ln z. Okay, this should be the final expression. And so this is the final expression. Z and c, the two constant, and this integration is given this. So this is equation 1 and our final result, that the equation 2. So comparing 1 and 2, we get the value of alpha is equal to what? Minus half, and the beta should be half, and therefore you have to find the value of beta minus alpha would be what? Half minus minus half, that the half plus half, that is equal to 1. This is a NAT type of question, numerical answer type. You just write 1. 1 should be the answer. Next, go ahead, our next question. Question number 3, JEE Advanced. JEE Advanced 2016. The value of the definite integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 x square cos x by 1 plus e to the power x dx is equal to what? First try yourself. So let us assume the integration minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 x square cos x divided by 1 plus e to the power x dx. This is the equation number 1. So here we apply the relation that the integration a to b, the properties fx dx we already discussed. A to b shifting property apply here, a plus b minus x dx. Okay, this is the property. So it should be converted to I equal to integration minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 x square cosine of minus x divided by 1 plus e to the power x dx. This is the equation number 2. Now add two equation 1 plus 2. Add these two equation. So you will get the I plus I to I, and the integral limit should be the same, minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, and x square cosine of minus x means cos x, that within the bracket 1 plus 1 e to the power x by 1 by 1 plus e to the power minus x dx. So this would be what? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 x square cos x, and this should be the 1. Okay, this should be the 1 dx. Because next property we apply, that minus a to a, we just write here the properties for your better clarification, that is equal to 2 into 0 to a fx dx. This is for what function? This is for even function. F of minus x equal to fx. Even means belongs to 2n. Okay. So this should be what? 2 integration 0 to pi by 2 x square cos x dx. Now by parts. Here in left hand side this is the 2i. So do the by parts. We just write in another pen. Or here this is 2i. So 2 by parts and put this limit. So x square the sin x minus derivative 2x and the integration minus cos x. Okay, plus 2 integration minus sin x, and they put this limit 0 to pi by 2. So 2i would be what? 2. This would be the pi square by 4 minus 2. So that implies this be the 2i. The I should be what? Pi square by 4 minus 2. 2 to cancel both sides. I would be the pi square by 4 minus 2. Pi square by 4 minus 2. Option A would be the correct. Next. Question number 4. JEE Advanced recent 2019 saying that the value of the integral of the definite integral already integration 0 to pi by 2 3 root cos x with the denominator root cos x plus root sin x to the power 5 d theta equal to what? Numerical answer type. Change my pen and let us solve. First try yourself. So here I is given what? 0 to pi by 2 3 root cos theta divided by root cos theta plus root sin theta to the power 5 d theta. This is equation number 1. Same thing we do. Same thing we will do here. That use the property, shifting property, 0 to a fx dx equal to 0 to a minus x dx. So it would become the 0 to pi by 2. Okay. 3 root sin theta divide by root sin theta plus root cos theta to the power 5 d theta. This is the equation number 2. By this property function of fx dx 0 to a by the shifting property would be what? 0 to a as it is, and the function shifted to a minus x dx. So now add two equation 1 plus 2. We would get that the 2I 0 to pi by 2 c divided by root sin theta plus root cos theta to the power 4 d theta after adding. So this should be what? 0 to pi by 2 c sec square theta divided by 1 plus root tan theta, dividing sin theta with numerator and denominator to the power 4 d theta. Now let us substitute tan theta equal to t square. We all had discussed in chapter summary class this form of the integration. So let tan theta equal to t square. Differentiation both sides. So sec square theta d theta 2t dt. Okay. And the theta tends to pi by 2. T tends to infinity. And for theta tends to 0, t tends to what? 0. This is the limiting case. So 2I would be 0 to infinity 60 divided by 1 plus t to the power 4 dt. Okay. So do derivative, now do integration here. 6 should be outside, 0 to infinity. We just write t plus 1 minus 1, that be the t, and the t plus 1 to the power 4 dt. So I should be what? That implies I should be what? 2 divide. So it would be 3. So 0 to infinity. Separate the integral 1 by t plus 1 cube dt. Okay. Minus 0 to infinity 1 by 1 plus t to the power 4 dt. Separate to integral. And put this limit. So minus 1 by 2 into t plus 1 square plus 1 by 3 into t plus 1 cube. Put this limit 0 to infinity. So this should become 3 and put this value. So half minus 1/3. That should be the half. Half means 0.5. 0.5 would be the answer. You have to write 0.5. This is the net type of question. Last problem in today's class. JEE Main 2019. The recent question says that limit n tend to infinity n by n square plus 1 square plus n by n square plus 2 square plus n by n square plus 3 square plus dot 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 plus 1 by 5n is equal to what? This is the integration of the infinite series. Let's do yourself and after look upon my solution. So let us define that clearly. Limit n tend to infinity n by n square plus 1 square plus n by n square plus 2 square plus n by n square plus 3 square plus dot dot plus 1 by 5n. This is given. Solve this limit. So limit n tend to infinity. This should be the n by n square plus 1 square plus n by n square plus 2 square plus dot dot plus the last element n by n square plus 2n square. Because n by n square plus 2n square means what? N by 5n square, that is equal to 1 by 5n. So we just write in with the tricks applying tricks for we apply the tricks for using the formula. So here the limit n tend to infinity, this should be the sum r1 to 2n n by n square plus r square. Okay. So limit n tend to infinity, summation, this formula should be what? This sum formula 1 by 1 plus r by n square. We just write here and discuss this formula in the sequence and series chapter from class 11. So let's be in the touch. So it would become that integration 0 to 2 1 by x square dx, because the limit n tend to infinity, this is the property, r1 to pn 1 by n function of r by n, that should be equal to 0 to p function of x dx. This is the very important property of the integration I of the series, integration of the series property. So this integration value would be what? Just formula tan inverse x with the limit 0 to 2. Put this value, it would become tan inverse 2. B would be the correct answer. So let us complete our 5 important questions from coming in JEE Main Advanced. For your better clarification and practice and conceptual understanding, I usually give you 5 another questions. You just pause this video and take a screenshot quickly. So I think you just able to taking the 5 homework, you just solve at your home and feedback me by mailing with this ID catschrodingers1935@gmail.com. So solve this homework, and if anyone needs this file like my YouTube lecture and the study material, just mail without no hesitation. So last but not the least, thank you very much. Stay well and happy. Have a good day. Bye bye.